All right, hello, everybody. Welcome to our certificate workshop. Glad you guys could join us. Looks I'm a little bit early, but we'll just do a couple housekeeping things while we're waiting for others to join us. Just so you guys know, again, my name is Marnie Hernandez. Welcome. Do we have any brand new agents today? Is this your first time? If so, welcome. Just so you know, welcome, Debbie. So what we do is we do these certificate workshops. Right now I'm doing them 3 times a month, okay? Thursdays, or 3 times a week, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Right here on what we do, okay? So for May, we just completed our Disney, guys. If you want to do Disney, we just completed it. I do record them. They are on my YouTube, which I will share that with you. Disney, of course, you get free tickets to Disneyland and Disney World. Here you go. Okay, free tickets. But the reason we do these certificate workshops, we want to become better travel agents, right? We want to be able to service our clients, have the knowledge of the different destinations, locations, vendors, etc. So this month we are doing Washington, DC, next week Istanbul, the next week Arizona, and then Dubai. On Fridays, we are working on our Princess certification. With Princess, you guys get free cruises, okay? Just for completing the training. We're on part 5 this week. So again, guys, it's a hard one. If you want to join us, you can catch up and join us tomorrow for part 5. You can do all these on your own, as Amanda said, you know, she already did this, but again, she has some trouble on some of the questions. When we do it together, guys, we help each other. That's why it's nice when we do it together, because you know, I may not know, but you know, Amanda may know, or Annette may know, and guess what? Then we all pass, we all get a certificate at the end. You then post that on social media. Guys, I'm now a specialist. Oh my gosh. You know, Saturday we learned about Italy. This Saturday we're learning about Hawaii, Atlantis, and then Canada. So again, you know, it's a great way to learn about these different destinations, different events, different programs, etc. So as I was showing you, this is our calendar, but at the beginning of each month, we posted this the first week, last week of April for the next month, right? So all the links are in here. So I highly recommend, if you plan on attending Arizona, get in and pre-register, okay? That way you're ready to go, okay? So these are all the ones. Now, again, if you're not in this group, please join this group. It's open to the entire company, okay? And again, you know, we share a lot of ideas, trainings, etc. So you're welcome to go in and chat, ask questions, etc. We put a lot of events, like here, Nina's doing a live event in Kentucky and Cincinnati area. Of course, convention tickets, Mike Archer doing training there. So we share a lot of ideas. Yay, great, first booking, congratulations. So just, again, it's something that we share. So, and then I always put in here the day before what the training is for the next day, okay? So again, make sure if you join this group, you put, answer the questions. If you don't, you will not be approved, okay? This right here is my YouTube. As I said, I am recording this. So if for any reason, you know, you missed it or you want to catch up, like I said, we just did Disney. We did the assessment. So you can now get in and, you know, do your final training for Disney. Some of the questions are pretty difficult. As you see here, we completed the staff captain. Okay, so we're now moving forward. Okay, so we have Princess of part 4, part 3, part 2, Disney, etc. Okay, incentive vouchers. I'll be doing another training on that on the 16th. So again, if you want to use the vouchers, that's how we use the vouchers, and so on. So again, you can join my YouTube channel. You can join that Facebook page. Okay. All right. So today, as I said, we are starting with Washington, DC. So again, some of you are already probably pre-registered because it's a class program that we've done in the past. So here is the link Let me go in, and again, I've done these trainings in the past, so sometimes I have to sign in under my daughter's accounts and stuff to, because I've already done the test on mine. So let's see where we're at. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in, and I'll probably, let's see if I can sign in here. Okay. So I'm doing it under Ashley now, which is fine. Okay. All right. So if you have not registered yet, okay. So TBO Academy is one that we do a lot of trainings on. Once you get registered, you will be registered from moving forward. So you don't have to redo it each time, okay? Make sure when you do register, guys, you always put Archer Travel as the agency, and you put our IATAN number, okay? If it asks for the consortium, that will be Travel Leaders Network. Again, if you're brand new, please, 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 I just wanted to tell you a few things real quick, and then we'll get started, guys. Always save this information, guys, because this is very, very important. When you first get in and do your training right here, travel training program, go down here to quick start, okay? Right here, Archer Travel information right here. Guys, when you're dealing with a cruise line, you have to use this cruise line phone number, okay? When you're registering with the cruise line, etc. This is the office's phone number, cruise line phone number, the IATAN, very important, okay? Always, always save that in your phone, etc. Okay? Also, I highly recommend to download your new agent packet. Lots of great information in here. Again, as we talked about for the cruise line, when you go into Carnival, what is the phone number? It's the cruise line phone number. First name is your agent ID number, not your first name. So always, always pay attention to that. Okay? All right. So those are just some housekeeping things I wanted to share with you. All right, so hopefully everybody's in TBO Academy. Again, you should be like here, and then you can type in here, Washington, DC, or just click the link that I sent you, and then it'll take you over to our course, okay? Here we are. So a lot of times it's reading, or sometimes it's videos. Like Disney was really good because that was videos, so I didn't have to sit there and read the whole time. But what happens is you follow along. Usually people do split screens or follow along on their phone, because again, you guys want to make sure you take the test, okay? You want to get in and take the test. You don't want to go through this training and then not get the certificate, right? So Consortium Travel Leaders Network, if it's in there. Travel Leaders Network is what it should be. All right. Any other questions? You're welcome. So again, guys, let's just go ahead and get started. Again, if you have questions, make sure you put it to everyone in the chat, okay, to everyone, because like, again, a lot of times I'll be reading, so I won't be able to answer your question. If you're just registering, don't worry, we will wait for you when we get to the test, okay? So it's about a 40 to 50-minute class. We do have to pass the test. So I'm going to go ahead and start reading. Contact number, again, if it's under your information, then yes. If it's under Agent C, you'll put Archer Travel's phone number. So again, always pay attention. Agent will always be your information. Agent C, highly recommend you always use Archer Travel, okay? Discovery code, yes, I'll put that on the list to for June. So go ahead and send a message over to Christine. Christine's amazing. She does my flyer for me and helps me. Okay. One second. Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much. And yes, you're amazing. So make sure you come to our meeting tonight. I need your input. Okay, sorry. Okay. So yes, Discovery Cove, let's add that. That's exciting. I think that's actually in one of our Florida ones, but we'll see if we have a direct one for Discovery Cove. Hey there, can you add Discovery Cove to our training for June? All right, so just so you guys know, and Amanda asked for Universal. I think Universal we actually just did recently. So let's look and see. So again, if you go to my featured here, and then you go down here, you'll see the list of all the trainings that we've done right here. It's a spreadsheet. And I try to do them at least like once a month, okay? I mean, once a year. So again, Discovery Cove, let's see, that's usually under things to do down here. Same thing with Universal. So we'll go down here to right here, Universal. So yeah, Universal, we just did that one. It's right here, part 1 and part 2. So that one, we probably won't do for another year. Let's see when we did this one, 4 hours.
All right,
Yeah,
welcome
we just did it in
everybody
February.
to our
That one we won't do again till next year. So again, you have part 1, part 2. Definitely worth it though, because we get 50% off up to 4 tickets. And then Discovery Cove, let me see here. I don't see Discovery Cove, but yeah, right here, Discovery Cove. Again, we did that in March of 2023. So yes, hold on, here's another one we did. So as you see, I try to do them every year. So let's see when this one was.
No.
November 2022.
all right. So SeaWorld Parks and
Discovery Cove is due to be redone. This list is in that certificate group that I showed you, but here I will add it here, okay? Okay, there you go. Okay, so again, you can find it here also, again, right here in my certificate workshop under featured, okay? All right, perfect. Yeah, and again, Amanda, if you go through the trainings, a lot of times my questions will be different than yours, but if you stay on and listen to the recording, just like we just did with Disney, we have like 10, 20 questions afterwards that people are asking because they had different ones than what I had on my test. So again, stay after and listen to that recording and that question should be there. Because again, that's fairly new, okay? All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started. Everybody good? So again, listen, and then when we get to the test, again, we'll make sure everybody passes. So Washington, D.C., the name in itself exudes significance and power, the capital of one of the world's most powerful nations. United States of America, Washington, D.C., certainly has an air of sophistication and futuristic enigma. All right, frequently asked questions. What are the demographics of Washington, D.C.? Well, when it comes to demographics of Washington, D.C., the district's population was 705,749 as of July 2019. What's the climate in Washington, D.C.? It's humid and subtropical. It experiences 4 distinct seasons: summer, autumn, winter, and spring. Okay. What's the best way to travel around DC? Well, DC Metro is the best way to travel around DC. Other than that, you have buses and cars are also available. City is bicycle friendly, and you can easily visit major Washington, DC historical landmarks while cycling. So lots of ways to get around. How's the nightlife? Well, it has a plethora of nightclubs and bars where tourists can let loose and enjoy vibrant nightlife. In fact, it is known for a variety of beer pubs, happy hour clubs, karaoke bars, sports bars, rooftop bars, and live music clubs. And what are some budget tips to use when traveling to Washington, D.C.? Okay, how do we save money? Make the most of our trip, right? Few tips you can follow for your trip to Washington. Always use public transport or just take walking tours to explore the places to visit in D.C. Research and compare flights to find the best affordable options. Visit the city in the off-season or shoulder months, such as December, January, and February. This could be a test question, okay? So pay attention to that. Load your itinerary with free things to do in Washington, D.C., like galleries, museums, and monuments. So again, that's what these are good for. If you guys plan on going somewhere, we were going on a cruise going to Puerto Vallarta, Mazatlan, Cabo. So I made sure we did a training before that, so that way I knew what to look for, what not to miss once we got there, right? So again, always pay attention here. You can look and see what courses. We just did a Margaritaville at Sea seminar at sea, Linda and I did, and we even got a free cruise. So again, guys, do these trainings because you never know what you're going to get invited to, okay? Again, you have somebody going, to Wales. Here you go. Get in here and check this out. Virgin Islands, etc., Utah. So definitely stay plugged in. If you have a place that we haven't done, as you see, ask, we can add it to the calendar. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and start the course. Bum, 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 bum. And again, if you're still registering and stuff, don't worry, just listen. And then by the time we get to the test, you should be up and caught up. And again, this course is, or this program, TVO Academy, is really finicky. It takes like forever, okay? So hopefully, let me know if you guys got loaded up or if it's loaded or if it's still pending. Da, 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 da. Okay, all right. So one thing up here, add to itinerary. So instead of like taking screenshots and stuff, you guys can click here to add all slides. What it's going to do is it's going to pop up here under your program, under your profile, and it'll list all the slides for you. So if you want to go back, you just go up here to your profile. You can pull these slides, you can share them, you can email them, etc. Okay. So as you see, it's a kind of long course today. So hopefully you're going to learn a lot. Again, if you need to get out, I do have them recorded. It would be posted here on my YouTube channel. Okay. All right. So Washington, D.C., the name exudes significance and power, capital of one of the world's most powerful nations, United States of America. Washington, D.C. certainly has an air of sophistication and futuristic enigma. Named after George Washington, the international metropolis is nestled between two major U.S. states, Maryland in the north, east and west, and Virginia on the southern shore of the Potomac River. Washington, D.C., or District of Columbia, is home to some of the most historic places in the U.S., such as the White House, the Supreme Court, and the Capitol building. This strategic city is home to all three branches of the federal government. For travelers, the memories of Washington, D.C. are not just political. This city is also peppered with scenic locations. Charming neighborhoods like Capitol Hill, Georgetown, Adams Morgan takes you through iconic row houses, legendary museums, gorgeous waterfronts, and scenic parks. You can find out more about Washington, D.C. by just visiting the museums. It will help you understand how its foundation was laid and what it means to America. When you see this city as a whole, it never gives just one vibe. Many call it a city with multiple personalities. It works as a federal city, serves as a picturesque tourist spot, houses historical treasures, and brightens the ambiance like a cosmopolitan center. Okay, next. There we go. All right, what is the ideal number of days to visit Washington, D.C.? Well, it may seem like a small city to visit, but once you start making an itinerary, you will find sometimes even a week isn't enough to cover all the major landmarks. In fact, your trip will easily get extended with a day trip to Virginia and Maryland. For a proper trip, 5 to 6 days are ideal. Again, could be a test question. This way, you will travel at ease while covering the majority of the Washington, D.C. historical sites and parks as well. If time is an issue, 3 days are also enough just to explore Washington, D.C. Here's an itinerary for a 3-day visit to Washington, D.C. Again, you can maybe save this, and once you get your certificate, say, guys, if you're short on time, here's a quick little getaway, okay? Visit the National Mall with all the museums, monuments, and memorials. Day 2, visit our new neighborhood, the Wharf. Enjoy a meal. Test your spy skills at the International Spy Museum. Day 3, enjoy nature at the Rock Creek Park with your picnic basket and water bodies and green foliage. Complete it with a visit to the Smithsonian National Zoo. This is just a general itinerary, and there are many other places to visit in Washington, D.C. If you have more time, you can consider visiting nearby attractions in Baltimore, Inner Harbor, and Skyline Drive. Best time to visit, remember they said the shoulder season, right? Best time to visit Washington, D.C. is during the spring, March to May, and the fall, September to November. During these times, the weather in Washington, D.C. is generally mild. The average temperature in Washington, D.C. ranges from 10 to 24 Celsius, making it best to enjoy outdoor activities. If you wish to witness the magic of cherry blossom trees, plan a trip in spring. You can also attend the National Cherry Blossom Festival, which happens in late March to early April, featuring cultural events and performances. Other than spring, you can visit it in the fall when there is less crowd and the city is colored in beautiful shades of orange and red, creating picturesque scenery. The fall season is a great time to visit museums and indoor attractions. All right, temperature-wise, so you can also check Washington, D.C. temperature by month below if you are planning to go during other months, okay? There you go, upper, lower, high, or low. Okay. All right, historical facts about Washington, D.C. So the history of Washington, D.C. is relatively new, but the city has lived through a lot. Established on July 16th, 1790, its foundation lies in the Constitution of the United States. Since then, Washington, D.C.'s history and culture has been molded by political maneuvering, sectional conflicts, and issues of race, national identity, and power. Read any Washington, D.C. tour guide. You will get to know about how the city's major landmarks are proof of all major Washington, D.C. historical events that have led to the emergence of such a dynamic and powerful city in contemporary times. To learn more about the history of Washington, D.C., read the following facts and be amazed. The site for the creation of Washington, D.C. was especially selected by George Washington, Potomac River's navigation head, to economically bind the Western territories to the Eastern seaboard. It was also called the gateway to the interior and helped the government secure allegiance of the frontier to the new country. The design of the city was inspired by the European Enlightenment, and French architect Pierre-Charles L'Enfant was commissioned to create the city plan. And again, this is kind of like history class, right? Okay, but you'll learn more, so stick with me. During the War of 1812, British troops invaded the city and burnt it, causing major structural damages. However, the city was rebuilt in the following years, leading to the construction of the new White House, Capitol, and Supreme Court building. The significant expansion of Washington, D.C. is the result of American Civil War in 1861, when President Abraham Lincoln created the Army of the Potomac. To defend the city, thousands of soldiers arrived in the area, leading to notable growth in the city's population from 75,000 in 1860 to 132,000 in 1870. Slavery was abolished on April 16th, 1862, and the city became a popular place for the freed slaves. 1963, Martin Luther King Jr. delivered the famous "I Have a Dream" speech on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. In 20th century, the city continued to expand and develop though it suffered riots and civil unrest in the 60s and 70s. 21st century is still witnessing major Washington, D.C. historical events, such as the 2001 anthrax attacks, the election of Barack Obama, recognition of same-gender marriage, Black Lives Matter protests, and the complete lockdown due to the coronavirus pandemic. Within a short span of 200 years, Washington, D.C. has emerged as an international metropolis and with complex layers, be it its power position or the historical landmarks. Washington, D.C. never fails to bewitch anyone who visits it. All right. Washington Monument. Okay, Washington, D.C. is a history lover's paradise, and it's fascinating monuments and museums. In fact, it is not wrong to say that the majority of the best sites to see in Washington, D.C. are the museums, galleries, and historical landmarks. That being said, this city is full of surprises. To make your itinerary exciting and beautiful, make sure you do thorough research of the places to visit in Washington, D.C. In fact, proper planning helps you explore not just Washington, D.C., but also neighboring states like Maryland and Virginia, which are known for their stunning beauty and historic landmarks. Below, we have shared the top 12 places that will make your Washington, D.C. sightseeing worth every second. So read on. Washington Monument, an iconic stone obelisk. Washington Monument is among the most popular and crucial places to visit in Washington, D.C. The structure was built in honor of George Washington. Before the Eiffel Tower, this 500-foot, 152.4 meters tall column used to be the tallest structure in the world. A stunning example of Egyptian-like architecture, the Washington Monument has undergone several renovations. The last one was completed in 2019, making it even more impressive in terms of architecture. Visitors can now access a state-of-the-art elevator to reach the observation deck from where they can get a panoramic view of the city. In fact, it is believed that you can see nearly 25 miles into the horizon in every direction and catch a glimpse of the other monuments, including Washington, D.C., points of interest like the U.S. Capitol and the White House, the Washington National Cathedral, and Arlington National Cemetery. It is open from 9 to 5 daily, except for Christmas Day, December 25th, July 4th, and part of July 3rd. Visitors can reserve tickets on recreation.gov in advance for $1 to avoid any last-minute disappointments. All right, the Lincoln Memorial in the list of best places to visit in Washington, D.C., the Lincoln Memorial is among the top 3. Dedicated to America's 16th President Abraham Lincoln, this Greek-styled structure oozes grandeur and pride. Its illuminating reflection in the reflecting pool during the evening is a popular sight to behold. Another popular must-see thing inside the Lincoln Memorial is the 19-foot-tall, 175-ton statue of President Lincoln. The great speeches of Lincoln, Gettysburg Address, and Second Inaugural Address are also etched on the walls next to the statue. The best part about the Lincoln Memorial is that it's open for 24 hours, so you don't need to worry about reaching it on time. U.S. Capitol, one of the most well-known structures in the world and the epicenter of American democracy, is the U.S. Capitol building. United States House of Representatives and Senate are housed in this renowned dome, where the country's representatives conduct business, discuss legislation, and approve laws on behalf of the American people. Millions of people visit the U.S. Capitol and U.S. Capitol Visitor Center each year, making it one of DC's most visited landmarks and museums, which is U.S. Capitol. Tours of the building are free and can be reserved in advance online. You also have the National Gallery of Art. Tourists who love art and history would know how fascinating the National Gallery of Art is. Known for housing over 150,000 sculptures, paintings, prints, and photographs, this gallery takes you through the cultures and mysteries that date back to Middle Ages. Some of the most notable exhibits have pieces by Alexander Calder, Jasper Johns, Barbara Kruger, Pablo Picasso, and Mark Rothko. Aside from the exhibits, the architecture of the gallery is worth noting, presenting a beautiful blend of neoclassical, modern, and contemporary architecture. This impressive building is a stunning sight to see. There is also the sculpture garden, which you should not miss. When you get tired, you can relish tasty food at the beautiful cafes like Cascade Cafe, Pavilion Cafe, and the Garden Cafe inside the gallery. All right. National Museum of Natural History and the International Spy Museum. So another famous museum of Washington, D.C. is none other than the National Museum of Natural History. A craze among kids, this National Museum has an impressive collection of 140 million natural science specimens. This means there are massive skeletons of dinosaurs, cursed Hope Diamond, replica of living North Atlantic right whale, and African elephants. If you are not a fan of giant animals, there is an insect zoo which features live insects. Popular fact about the museum is that it is larger than 18 football fields and is among the top 18 most visited museums in the world. Adding to this list, it also houses the largest natural history collection in the world. All this makes it among the top 10 attractions of Washington, D.C. You should definitely visit. You have the International Spy Museum. The next on the list is another museum, which is anything but ordinary. The International Spy Museum is one of the most fun places to go in Washington, D.C. As the name suggests, this museum has extensive collection of over 7,000 artifacts, along with historic photographs, films, interactive displays, and so on. Yeah, so cool. Put that on my bucket list, right? All right, overall exhibition watching is pretty fascinating. The visitors are first required to reach the briefing center, where they will get undercover mission badge and cover identity. Next, they learn about the secrets of spies and spy masters, gadget makers, and scientists in the Stealing Secrets Gallery. The next few galleries are in tandem with this journey. There is also an interactive exhibit called Operation Spy, where visitors get the chance to become agents and participate in a 1-hour Hollywood-style spy simulation. How fun is that, right? There's Spy in the City interactive with another interesting activity to enjoy. Overall, it's one of the best places to visit in Washington, D.C., especially if you are visiting with kids. Okay, so again, yes, best trip for the family. So again, maybe copy that, share that when you post your certificate. All right, it's not just a boring city, right? Okay, the Washington National Cathedral. Look how beautiful. Moving away from the museum's historical monuments, visitors love to visit the National Cathedral, also known as the Cathedral Church of St. Peter or St. Paul in the city and Diocese of Washington. This church has a neo-Gothic design with a touch of Middle Age architecture as well. It is believed that over 270,000 people visit it every year. There are several tours available wherein you get to know the history of the church while learning about the breathtaking architecture. From the 20th century stained glass and hand-stitched needlepoint to the Darth Vader gargoyle, the church is certainly an architectural marvel. You can get beautiful views from the cathedral's Pilgrim Observation Gallery as it sits on a hilltop. And then Tidal Basin. To get away from the humdrum of city life for a while and immerse in nature's beauty, tourists can also visit the Tidal Basin. Located between the Potomac River and the Washington Channel, this man-made reservoir serves as a stunning backdrop to some of the loved sights to see in Washington, D.C. But what attracts most visitors here are the cherry blossom trees. Every spring, the Tidal Basin bursts with colors of the cherry blossom blooms magically. These trees were a gift from Tokyo, and they now beautify the Tidal Basin. There are paddle boats available, which you can rent for some time. When in Tidal Basin, you can visit the nearby memorials such as Thomas Jefferson Memorial, Franklin Delano Roosevelt Memorial, and the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. All right, sounds like fun. Again, get the paddle boats and go check out all the beautiful scenery and monuments, etc. You also have Baltimore. This is a day trip now. You can visit Baltimore and Virginia. So Baltimore Inner Harbor, trip to Washington, D.C. shouldn't be limited to the city boundaries. Many tourists often go to a bit farther into Maryland to see the Baltimore Inner Harbor. Just an hour drive from Washington, D.C., the sightseeing hub is a proper holiday package. From planetarium and aquarium to scenic waterfalls and cruises, it makes for a perfect day trip from Washington, D.C. Another intriguing destination in the Baltimore Inner Harbor is a collection of historic ships. Some of them are more than 200 years old and are displayed to celebrate the naval and maritime history of the U.S. Luray Caverns. This network of caves is 90 minutes west of Washington, D.C., features 10-story underground caverns, exquisite stalagmites, and a strange organ composed of rock formations as its main attractions. The caverns are highly family friendly because they also have an on-site antique automobile, a carriage museum, a green maze, and a ropes course. So again, family oriented, guys. You want to focus on family trips, make sure you share that. Virginia, so you have Shenandoah National Park. Located in the south of Washington, D.C. and Virginia, Shenandoah National Park is brimming with waterfalls, rocky peaks, dense forests, and endless natural beauty. It is famous for its Skyline Drive, which is a vast network of trails that take you through scenic paths. Most of the tourists visit Shenandoah National Park for camping or hiking, so if you are an adventure lover, this might be a great way to taste the thrill. You could also simply stay in rustic cabins, spend some time listening to nature sounds. The 200,000 acres of protected land is a haven for deer, songbirds, black bear, and hundreds of plant and trees. Loudoun County, undulating hills are home to dozens of vineyards, making a wine tasting crawl a simple day adventure, especially since many wineries provide tours and beautiful locations with decks or outdoor seating. Viognier, a fiery white wine from the region, and peppery Cabernet Franc are among popular wines from the area. Visit Loudoun provides advice on how to explore the area independently, but you may also hire a driver or tour guide from a business like Riston Limousine. If you're planning a long trip and want to visit more tourist places in Washington, D.C., here's some more spots to add to your itinerary. Arcta House, President Lincoln's Cottage, Planet Word, National Air and Space Museum, Smithsonian National Zoo, Arlington National Cemetery, Eastern Market, John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts, Hillward Estate Museum and Gardens, and O Museum in the Mansion. All right, and then you have Old Town Alexandria and shopping in Virginia. So Old Town Alexandria has a charming, nostalgic ambiance and a history enthusiast appeal thanks to its red brick sidewalks, townhomes from the 18th, 19th centuries, and old taverns. Due to the independent stores and eateries along King Street and the streets near the Potomac River, it is also a haven for eaters and shoppers. A popular tourist destination is the Torpedo Factory Art Center, a former World War II munitions facility with studios and galleries, as well as the Christ Church, a 1773 era place of worship that was frequented by George Washington and Robert E. Lee. How about shopping in Virginia? Discover 110 discount retailers at an outdoor shopping center just outside of Leesburg. Retail prices for goods and name brand stores like J. Crew, Kate Spade, Coach, Restoration Hardware, La Crusette, and Saks Off Fifth are significantly lower. Additionally, there is a food court here. All right, how about taking a bike tour and catch a performance? Along with sightseeing in DC, there's plenty of other stuff to do that will add more fun and adventure for your trip. Whether you love thrills or wish to indulge in simple activities, Washington, D.C. serves all your needs. So much to do, right, guys? A few of the best things to do in Washington, D.C. are as follows. Take a biking tour. Explore Washington, D.C. on foot or via car in Cliché. Hop on a biking tour and cycle your way through famous sites to see in Washington, D.C. You not only get to visit popular spots with ease, but there is a guide who narrates Washington, D.C. historical events while sharing some secrets about Washington, D.C. Since it is one of the most popular things to do in Washington, D.C., you can easily get a bike tour from different operators. Usually these tours cover a route from National Mall to the Potomac Tidal Basin. Here you get to view several Washington, D.C. points of interest, including the Lincoln Memorial, Washington Monument, Vietnam Veterans Memorial, and Jefferson Memorial. You can also take this tour if you're looking for things to do in Washington, D.C. at night. Catch a performance. Washington, D.C. is a theater town with theaters big. Think the Kennedy Center, Warner Theater, and National Theater. And intimate, Woolly Mammoth Theater Company and Shakespeare Theater Company. A range of performances and cultural experiences are offered up for every taste in the nation's capital. All right. Wine tasting, and ghost tours. All right, love those. All right, not many people know, but among the most unique things to do in Washington, D.C., wine tasting is a top catch. You can escape the city and head to vineyards in Virginia to taste some of the best wines. There are several private and group tours to Loudoun County and Charlottesville. On these tours, you get a culinary historical tour to learn about the state's food and culture. However, keep in mind that these tours are day long, so plan your trip accordingly. And then you have ghost tours. If you want to try some exciting things to do in Washington, D.C. at night, go on a ghost and vampire tour. Woo. These spooky tours take you to some of the most haunted and scary locations in and around the city. Some of them are the creepiest parts of Georgetown, like steps from The Exorcist, the old Stone Town house, and the Oak Hill Cemetery. You can also go to Lafayette Park or Capitol Hill, where you not only get to explore the area at night, but you hear ghost stories about the dancing statues in the statuary and a demon cat. These tours can go on for as long as 3 hours. Apart from ones mentioned above, you can try the following fun things to do in Washington, D.C. Segway tours, throw axe at Bad Axe Throwing Washington, D.C., escape games at the Escape Game and International Spy Museum. All right, who wants to go and do some hiking? See the beautiful scenery. They have hiking on scenic trails. After visiting historic landmarks, you can step away from the urban grind, go on a little hike in and around Washington, D.C. They're both guided tours and self-hiking trails where you get the chance to spend some time admiring the green belts of the city. You can even get free hiking tours. A few of the most famous hiking trails you can explore: Rock Creek Park, White Oak Canyon Trail, Theodore Roosevelt Island, Billy Goat Trail, Anacostia River Trail, Great Falls, Maryland Hike Trails, Mount Vernon Trail, Sugarloaf Mountain, and kayaking. Thanks to the Potomac River and Anacostia River, Washington, D.C. also offers water activities like kayaking. There are different spots where you can take a tour. The most famous one is at the Key Bridge Boathouse. A few others are the Wharf District, Anacostia River, Thompson Boat Center, Georgetown Waterfront Park, Rock Creek Park, Washington Sailing Marina. To make the most of such Washington, D.C. activities, make sure you get a guided tour. If you are an expert, you can just rent a kayak, paddle your way through beautiful scenes. Some kayak tours give you the chance to pass through landmarks like the Lincoln Memorial and Kennedy Center. That'd be kind of fun, right? All right, so these are some itineraries for your clients, some ideas, right? A tour of Washington, D.C., wherein you visiting the neighboring areas of Maryland and Virginia can last 5 to 6 days. Below, we have created a general itinerary for a 5-day tour to help you plan better. So day 1, you're going to visit Washington, D.C. historical sites. First day, start with the hearty breakfast, as you have to cover a lot of places to visit Washington, D.C. So head to the National Mall, which borders a number of museums of the Smithsonian Institution, art galleries, cultural institutions, and various memorials, sculptures, and statues. A few of these are the Washington Monument, United States Capitol, Lincoln Memorial, the Constitution Gardens, the Jefferson Memorial, the National Museum of American History, National Museum of Natural History, open for visitors. That too at no cost. And at the end of the day, at the paddle boat in Tidal Basin. Sounds amazing, right? Capitol Hill and Eastern Market. So day 2, begin your day with a visit to Capitol Hill, home to the United States Capitol and Supreme Court. Take a guided tour of the Library of Congress, the largest library in the world, and admire its stunning architecture and vast collection of books. Explore the Eastern Market, a vibrant indoor-outdoor marketplace offering a variety of fresh produce, local arts, crafts, and delicious food stalls. In the afternoon, visit the United States Botanic Garden located near Capitol Hill. Enjoy the beautiful displays of plants and flowers. Wrap up your day with a relaxing walk around the Capitol Hill neighborhood, admiring the historic row houses and charming streets. And then day 3, Baltimore and Annapolis, Maryland. Drive to Baltimore, explore the Inner Harbor, where you can visit the National Aquarium, tour historic ships, enjoy waterfront dining. Take a short drive to Annapolis, the city capital of Maryland. Explore its colonial architecture, shops, and restaurants. Don't miss the Naval Academy and the Maryland State House. Or if you want, skip Annapolis and instead head to Sandy Point State Park for a calm evening. Then you have day 4, Arlington and Mount Vernon, Virginia. On the third day, visit George Washington's Mount Vernon estate, tour the historic mansion, and enjoy the beautiful gardens and grounds. On the same day, visit Arlington National Cemetery, pay your respects at the tomb of the unknown soldier and the John F. Kennedy Eternal Flame. And then in the night, head to Georgetown for a ghost tour, or just head back to downtown Washington, D.C. to explore the nightlife. Day 5, go for a hike or wine tour. Make the whole trip a bit adventurous. Head a day trip to Shenandoah National Park and hike the scenic trails, enjoy breathtaking views of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and have a picnic in the nature. Those who are not interested in hiking can head to Vineyards in Virginia for a wine tasting tour, and it will be a day tour, so you don't need to plan anything else. And then day 6, the Capitol and shopping. On the last day, tour the United States Capitol and the world's largest library, the Jefferson Library. Test your spy skills at the International Spy Museum, and then spend the rest of the day at Eastern Market or downtown for shopping before you leave home. All right, and get your tickets. Watching can be tricky, might be worth plan ahead. Book tickets 30 days. Thank you. All right, and they should have one of those things. I don't know if you've seen those city passes. I got them when we went to New York and California. They should have those available to us also, like in Viator or things to do. All right, accommodations. Where are we going to put our clients? So nowadays, booking a hotel or accommodation is not just about a room and a bed. It has become a whole experience, from complimentary breakfast, luxury suites, to in-house spas or private pools. The amenities are endless. It is your budget and preferences that make a difference in the options you pick. For instance, if you're a solo woman traveler, you might wish to find the safest area to stay in Washington, D.C., and then book a place accordingly. The same is for your budget. Thankfully, Washington, D.C. has no dearth of all the types of hotels. Below, we have shared some of the best places to stay in Washington, D.C. based on the ratings. So again, you may want to take note of that. These are 5 stars. So again, they have to pull out their money, right? When it comes to luxury and grandeur, Washington, D.C.'s luxury retreats are one of the best in the world. A few of the top hotels to stay at in Washington, D.C. are the Conrad, the Jefferson, the Hay Adams, Salamander, Washington, D.C., and the Waldorf Astoria. Okay. All right, maybe we can get some fam trips here, right? Okay, 4 stars, so a little less budget, right? If 5-star places to stay are a bit over the budget, always go a notch down without compromising on comfort and luxury. Simple way for this: select 4-star hotels to stay in Washington, D.C. Some of the best ones are as follows. And again, guys, when you're doing your bookings, remember on Vax, on Expedia, etc., you can go down and filter out exactly what your client wants. Okay, they don't want to pay over a certain amount, or they only want a 4-star or 3-star. Okay, filter it out, and that way you don't have so many choices, right? So 4-star is AKA White House, Hotel Washington, yours truly DC, Lyle DC, Viceroy Washington DC, and Fairmont Washington DC. Now you have 3-star, more affordable hotels that won't affect your bank balance, but will offer you nice and comfortable stay. Try the following 4-star hotels to stay in Washington. I think they're doing that. I think they have some typos here, but anyway. All right, Washington Plaza Hotel, Hotel Hive, Phoenix Park Hotel, River Inn, Capitol Hill Hotel, Generator, Washington, D.C. So finding the best place to stay in Washington, D.C. for sightseers is easy when you are sure about your itinerary and budget. Figure it out and then select any of the stays mentioned above. So again, always, qualify your client, find out exactly what they're looking for, what sites they want to see, and then place them, in those best locations. All right, where are we going to feed our customers? Well, when you visit Washington, D.C., you'll experience a dining scene as colorful and eclectic as America itself. No denying that the district is a culinary destination, as the city receives the Michelin Guide treatment annually. City also features a collection of innovative mixologists, which means having a drink at a bar can be just as much of an adventure as enjoying a meal. From crave-worthy dishes served by celebrity chefs to delicious drinks to chili smothered half-smoked served at a diner, DC's local flavor has one thing in common: it's all delicious. Get a taste of what's to come. Enjoy a combination of classics with Old Ebbitt Grill, the oldest and most historic restaurant in DC? How about Ben's Chili Bowl, known for the famous DC half-smoked hot dog, to modern contemporary dining options? Take dining to a new high with DC's Michelin ones like Mini Bars by Jose Andres or Plant Forward Oyster. For those craving Indian, we have Karma, Rasika, Indigo, Punjab Grill, among many others. All right, how do we get to the destination? So reaching the capital of the US is quite easy since it is very well connected to cities across the world. Below are some of the ways you can reach Washington, D.C. Of course, flights, right? Most convenient way to reach Washington, D.C. is via air. City is served by 3 major airports: Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport, Washington Dulles International Airport, Baltimore Washington International Thurgood Marshall Airport. Reagan Airport, Dulles Airport are located near Virginia, while Baltimore Airport is near Maryland. There are several airlines that offer flights from major cities in the Middle East and Asia to Washington, D.C. Some of the popular airlines include Emirates, Qatar Airways, Etihad Airways, Turkish Airlines, and United Airlines. From the airports, you can easily get private taxis, shared cabs, even the metro. Trains, in case you are traveling from neighboring cities, you can take trains. Amtrak serves the city with the main station being the Union Station. Other rail lines serving the area are Virginia Railway, Express, VRE in Virginia, and Maryland Rail Commuter MARC. Bus. Interstate bus services are available if you're traveling to Washington, D.C., with the main station being the Union Station. There are several private and public buses that are both comfortable and affordable. And then car, of course, Washington, D.C. is a well-planned city, well connected to the national highways and expressways. So you can easily enter it via car. Just make sure you have the necessary documents while traveling. All right, DC events. Okay, so again, check here, and these are pretty up to date. So as you see, except for they're already passed, so we missed them. But again, check out the most recent. As you know, with travel, everything changes. All right, cherry blossoms in March to April. Get ready for the Bloomtastic experience. Witness the city of Washington, D.C. painted in the hues of pink. So Pink Tie Party, March 15th, Union Station. Opening ceremony, March 23rd, Warner Theater. Kite Festival, March 30th, Washington Monument Grounds, featured parks in DC and Virginia, Maryland and Virginia. Petapalooza, Capitol Riverfront in Washington, and then the National Cherry Blossom Festival Parade in April, Constitution Avenue. So Passport DC happening in May. Okay, so this you have a chance. Only one DC where cultural adventure unfolds. Month-long festival, global journey of flavors, traditions, lively experiences. Capitol Pride happening in June 8th and 9th. Celebrate love, diversity, and unity as Washington, D.C. turns into rainbow canvas. Spread, have Pride 365, enjoy the Pride Parade and Festival. Again, I know in Expedia Tap, it has specific LGBTQ hotels, links, etc. So again, if you have somebody that wants to go, again, you can choose that filter. July 4th, light up the sky on July 4th, celebrate the 13th year of independence and fireworks in Washington, D.C. Dance to the rhythms of the 1776 and engage in some fun activities. It starts at 11:45 a.m. at the Constitution Avenue, 7th to 17th Street. And then fall in DC, happening in October, embark on the fall journey, endless list of fall events and activities, unveil the fall experience. And then Restaurant Week and Jazz Festival. Jazz beats, culinary feasts on DC, fantastic time to explore the diverse mouthwatering scenes and attend nation's one and only original art form. So Restaurant Week is in August, Jazz Festival is in June, and then the venue is at the Merriweather Post Pavilion. So again, you can take note of these and focus on advertising, getting groups to go, etc. All right, everybody ready to take the test? Very interesting, huh? Again, make sure you save your slides. Let's go ahead and take the test. Now again, guys, My questions may be different or they may be out of order, okay? So my question here may be down here for you, okay? But again, we will make sure everybody's test gets taken and everybody passes, okay? So we're going to start with mine first, and then we'll go over and make sure everybody passes. So when was slavery abolished in Washington, D.C.?
April
Okay.
16th.
Still signing up for 2 holidays. Okay. All right. What was
What
that?
was it? April 16th.
April 16th,
1862.
1862. Okay. Everybody agree? Okay. Make note of it. Okay. DC in Washington, DC stands for District of Columbia, District of California, Directorate of Columbia.
District of Columbia.
District, correct. All right. Which river flows on the southern side of the Washington, D.C.? Anacostia, Tom, Rock Creek,
It's the Potomac.
Potomac. Very good. Shenandoah National Park is situated in Virginia, Maryland, Silver Spring, or Annapolis?
It's Virginia.
Virginia. You guys paid attention. Very good. All right, Washington, D.C. was burned by British soldiers during War of 1812, the Puget Sound War in 1855, American Civil War, 1861.
War of 1812.
Very good. When was Washington, D.C. founded?
It was founded in, I have that one, but it's out of order. July 16th, 1790. You're right, July 16th.
Very good. Baltimore Inner Harbor is located in Virginia, Georgetown, Maryland, or New York?
That's in Maryland.
Maryland. All right, what is the name of the Washington's iconic stone obelisk?
Washington Monument.
Yep.
Okay. Which of the following airports does not serve Washington, D.C.?
John F. Kennedy.
And the cherry blossom trees in Tidal Basin were gifted by...
So I have Tokyo on mine, but that's still Japan.
It's Japan. Yeah.
See, again, you guys may get different questions. So again, now let me know if you guys have different ones or if you missed any. I'll wait to see until everybody has their questions answered.
Which river flows on the southern side of Washington, D.C.?
It is the Potomac.
Potomac, that's what I thought. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so Annette, you can take a screenshot here. Let me know when you're done, and then I'll move down. Congratulations, Ed. Again, remember, try to do these together. That way you don't have to go back later, right? Okay. All right, let's go down here. There you go. Take a picture. 10 out of 10. Yay. Congratulations. Are tickets for these outings available on Viator? I'm sure they are. Plus also on Expedia Tap, things to do. Probably on Bax also. So yes, definitely. All right. So that was the last one. Cherry Blossoms, Japan. Perfect.
When was slavery abolished?
That was 1862, April of 1862.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
Nope, think I got it.
All right. Thank you, Iris. All right. So let's go ahead and hit submit. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. You want an email for Archer. What did you need? Okay, to sign up for TBO, you put probably your email, not Archer's email. Okay. I'll show you. All right, so again, congratulations, everybody. Download your certificate. Congratulations, post this, let people know that now you are a specialist with Washington, DC. Share some of those exciting things that they have to offer. Okay, again, if you want to focus on families, historical, groups, etc., get out there and promote. Okay. Again, when we're registering with vendors and stuff, guys, usually it's all your information, except for under agency, you'll just put Archer Travel, and usually they only require Archer Travel's name and the IATAN number. Okay. All right. So again, right here, congratulations. You can view it or download it. Okay. And I think a lot of times it may even email it to you. Okay, so check your email. Okay, again, congratulations. Tomorrow we are going to be on our 5th session for Princess Cruise Line. Have you guys seen the new cruises for Princess? If not, I can show you really quick. We're doing Hawaii on Saturday, guys. So Hawaii on Saturday. So join us for that. It'll be the same type, okay? All right, so with one source, it's Princess Cruise Line. Again, if you are new, guys, Princess, one source, you have to fill out your supplier request form to get access. That's how you register with Princess, okay? In this case, this is my boyfriend's account. We did his training. We already used mine. Him and I went to Hawaii, 15 days to Hawaii. On Princess, we only paid $220 a piece. So look at these cruises that we have. Now, these are updated all the time. Okay, so right now, I know yesterday when I checked, there's only a few available, but usually this whole page is full with different Mediterranean, Hawaii, all that. So right now, I'll just show you what we have. Okay, so there's 33 available. So again, they're free based on interior. Okay, if you want to upgrade to a suite, a balcony, you're going to pay more. But right now, so here's a 7-day Alaska cruise. 0 is what you pay. You're only paying port taxes and fees of $288 per person. You could take a 3rd and 4th guest, which would pay $70 for their cruise, and then the $288 taxes and fees. So let me go down here because there's some that are like $100 here, $185. This one is one that I'd like to take. Bahamas, Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, 7 days. You're only paying $185 per person. Okay, for 2 people. Look at this one. France and Italy. Of course, you have to get to Spain, but $95 a person. My gosh, you can't beat that, right? All right. Right here, Mexico, Caribbean, Honduras, Belize, Cozumel, Costa Maya, $165 per person. I'm telling you, get in and do the training. Again, as you see over here, we're on part 5, I think, of Princess. So you have to catch up because you can't, I don't think you can really join us. So again, it's like a 9-parter. So it's a long one, but it's definitely worth it if you can get one of these cruises, right? This is a 12-day to London, England, Denmark, $275 per person. Again, Caribbean, Puerto Rico, $205 per person. Another one, Greece and Italy, $95. Some of them were in here. This is Turkey and the Greek Isles, $165. New England, that's $410. That's a little bit. Look at this one, 16 days. London, England, Norway, right here, $178 a person. Okay, so definitely worth it. How about this 14-day Caribbean, $195? You get to go to Aruba, Barbados, Curacao. Curacao, thank you. Puerto Rico, it's out of New York, or it starts in Florida and then you depart in New York. Okay. But for $195 for 2 weeks, let's go, right?
Oh my
241,
God.
230, 241, 276.
How do we fit that in between Thailand and?
I know that's
Right?
it's like, let's go. So again, I did my training. We went to Hawaii. Rick has his training now. He gets a free cruise. My daughters, I'm doing, right now I'm doing Ashley, my other daughter's training because I already did them. So when I do these trainings with you guys, I have to sign somebody else up. So my daughter is going to get a free cruise. And again, guys, you would take up to 4 people in your cabin. So again, if you have kids or you have a close couple that you know, don't mind sharing a room with, for 165
Yes.
per person, plus the third and fourth guest, only
Yeah,
95 or whatever. Oh, here, only $70 difference. Take advantage of this, okay? All right, so you need a certificate training for these prices. No, for this, for Princess, this is one of the main ones that I'm doing that you get a free cruise. So you have to complete all the training here, okay? It's a long one, and that's what I'm telling you. I do these on Friday. If you want to join us, as you see, Richard, we already finished his. So you look at the curriculum, as you see, we have to get first officer, you've complete 5 courses, staff, 11 courses, captain, 18 courses, Commodore, so you have to complete 25 courses to be able to obtain your free cruise, okay? Just like on Disney, guys, we just completed Disney. If you haven't completed your Disney, take advantage of it. Free Disney passes. I'm going to show you. Again, do the training and you get free Disney passes for both Disneyland and Disney World. And you get 35 to 50% off the cruises, the adventures, the hotels. Okay, so right here, available benefits. How long is the cruise for Princess? How long? Okay, so again, I just showed you the Princess cruise. You can go anywhere from a 3-day to a 30-day cruise. They have all different ones available. So it's just whichever one you choose. 7-day, 7-day, 14-day. Right now, like he did his training about a year ago. So he still has it available. But what I tell people, you never know when they may require you to do bookings with Princess or may require you to do something else. So I always tell people, take advantage of your perks while you can, because just like Universal Studios, we did the training last year. Everybody that did it last year got a free 3-day, 3-part hopper pass. Anybody that does the training this year, you get a 50% off up to 4 people. So again, as they start seeing more people taking advantage of things, they may start taking some of the perks away. So I always tell people, when you earn them, use them. Take advantage. Get out there and use them. Be a product of the product. The reason they do this is they want you to get out there on the cruise ship. They want you to sell their cruise, right? So they're giving you this opportunity. With Princess, you get automatically upgraded to elite status. You get free laundry. You get, you know, a first stop cocktail, whatever, the mini bar. You get to go to the captain's lounge every night at 5 p.m. for cocktails and hors d'oeuvres. The cocktails are $5 instead of 12 or 15, right? You get priority disembarkation and embarkation, okay? So definitely they take care of you, okay? But again, you're representing Archer Travel, okay? Thank you, you're welcome. So again, guys, be, you know, courteous, be professional. Don't tell people that you're on this cruise for $70 because some people paid $5,000 for that cruise, right? So you don't give pricing when you're going on these. You just say, yeah, I'm a travel agent. You know, we get amazing deals or whatever, but you never tell them what we pay because again, they can take that away from us. So as you see here, free Disney passes. Yes, I've completed the training. I can go into Disney World. I can get 1 free hopper pass, or I can get a 2 to 10 day 50% off. Okay. So again, take advantage of our perks, guys. Again, all my trainings are recorded. They're here on my YouTube channel. Okay. You can just do a search if you're missing some of them and catch up. Okay. But again, what we say is you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And again, I appreciate you guys. Marriott is another amazing one that you definitely should do. Does anybody here travel and use Marriott, and have you used your perks? You have to complete the training, but we went to Paris and London and didn't pay over $80 per night. When we went on our free cruise with MSC, we stayed in New York City. The hotel was $750, got it for $80. Okay. So again, book your fantastic rate. Definitely, yep, use it. So again, let's look here. Let's just say we're going to Miami, right? So let's check Miami. I'm just going to check for today just to kind of see. Okay. But I'm telling you guys, take advantage. And again, while you're there, promote. We're travel agents. They're giving them these specials. We in turn help sell their product, right? So that's what it's about. We're partnership. All right, so let's see what's in Miami for us. We filter it out. Okay, only available. Okay, so this is 130 night, 71 a night. Let's see. Where's a big one? I want a nice 172 South Beach. Let's just see here. Most of the time they're probably $500 a night or something like that. So let's see what this is. Okay, this one's $350. So not a really great deal. 172 versus 350. Okay, that's not the best. So let's go back and see another one. Check Vegas for convention. Okay, let's do that. All right, so let's go ahead, update search. And we'll check Las Vegas. So Las Vegas. And we want to check for July. Let's just check Wednesday to Sunday, right? All right, you want me to check, okay, the 29th to the 31st? Done. Update search.
Yeah, because I'm checking into Southwest, what is it, the 30th, whatever that Wednesday is.
Okay.
So I just need it for 2 days prior,
Okay, so let's
but I
check.
couldn't find anything.
Did you check our Evo rewards? I mean, our Evo Plus?
I have not checked that yet.
Okay.
I
Oh.
figured it was too soon.
Oh,
Right.
but you know, Marnie, I have not, every time I've gone to Evo Plus in like the last 3 days, it wouldn't even load for me.
Oh, yeah.
I had that
Well, I
problem.
know Sarah just did a training on it. 900 or 90 people were on. So
I
it's
know.
working. All right, let's look
But
here. The Chateau,
Okay.
$99 a night. Let's see what it regularly is. 1111, make a wish, guys. All right, so regularly almost $300 a night, 200, 260. So we get it for $99. Okay, almost sold out. Then you have your choice of the different.
And
As you see here, the 2-bedroom villa, share it with somebody. You're getting it for half price.
wow.
Wow,
Okay,
is right.
that's available
And that's
there.
off the strip? That's way
The
off the
Chateau, I
strip.
think it's right off it. I think it's like right behind the MGM. It's not
So close to the airport? 'Cause
uh
I'm not
somewhat. I
familiar.
mean, it's pretty similar.
Okay, I was just
yeah.
curious.
Exciting casinos, doorstep away, attractions. Yeah, East Harmon. It's pretty close, right? The airport right here, 3 miles away. Yeah.
And what is the resort fee on that?
That's
Sorry.
okay. Usually it'll say it down here. Let's look and see. And that's another thing, guys, when you're doing your bookings and stuff, you always want to check that. And a lot of times, you know, the resort fees are picked up at the resort. You want to let people know, because if not, they're gonna be pretty upset with you once you get there, right? Let's just
Mhm.
this and see what it shows.
Yeah, I always tell everybody if I can't find it in here, that I can call and see if I can get the resort fees because
All right, so here, well, that's a gift card. We don't want gift card pay. 249.
Yeah, 249, so for 2 nights.
Okay, please note, we will assess a fee of 112 if you cancel prepayment. Okay, summary of charges.
Maybe it's included.
Yeah. Complimentary valet, that's nice. So
Yeah.
this may not have a resort fee. It doesn't, usually it'll list it. But again, you'll want to verify, of course.
And does that change for 2 people?
I don't know,
Sometimes they
possibly,
change.
yes, yeah, you always want to make sure you put, because again, a lot of times it does list. Now, remember with fantastic rates, max of 4 nights per location. So she could stay here 4 nights and then pop over to the another one for 4 nights. But she can only use it
Right.
once per year per that resort. Okay, like we've gone to California a lot and we tried to book another one and they said, oh, no, you can't because it's you know, you already used it this year.
Mhm.
So
Well,
again,
I think we're driving because flight is still like 800 to 1,000 for 2 people. It's just ridiculous, and I refuse to fly Allegiant. So
what about
I'm
Spirit?
going. I
Linda
like
and I just got-
Southwest or Delta, and they are outrageous right now. I'm just like, I think I'm gonna drive.
Yeah, we
So-
just got saved another $150 on the Spirit one by going down to the airport yesterday. We're going to Miami. And
Wow.
yeah, so again, if you don't mind Spirit, you know, because we ended up getting the free cruise with the Margaritaville. And
Mhm.
it's Linda's birthday, so we had to use it by the end of
Happy
next
birthday.
month. It's actually next month, but she actually
Well, you know.
we were gonna go and then I may be starting another position, so I got to we decided
I
to
lost you.
try to get it done. But anyway, yeah, so again, guys, great deals. Could you help me with registration on Marriott or which one? Or Solia? Anybody else have any questions, suggestions?
you know what I found? I just booked a flight on Expedia actually, and I got round trip to Wisconsin 300 on American.
Nice.
I
Oh,
know.
wow.
And I'm gonna get my commission on Expedia
Yeah?
tab.
On when I went to Hawaii, I kept searching and searching and I ended up getting, I think, round trip for like
Wait,
286.
we
ended up
don't
doing
get
it.
commission on airfare only.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. But I mean, you're right, I don't. But that's
Yeah.
right. But I got great rates, so you're right. But I
Right.
got it out of Expedia tab, so it was like
Maybe I'll check as a backup, but I would rather
right.
drive, especially if we're gonna do like team night and we gotta go out to Marnie's.
Yeah, I don't know about that. My house still isn't fixed yet. So
Okay.
we gotta
Well,
figure that out.
Can I request something?
Yeah.
No clowns. No clowns this year,
Oh,
please.
that's
You didn't notice that I kept getting up and moving around the pool and away from him when he was trying to bring me the balloon animal or something. I'm like, no, stay away.
leave me alone.
Marty,
So I
I have
kept
a
going over by
question.
Win and sitting by Win and everybody, and they were keeping me away from him. But I was like, no, I'm not doing the clown this year.
Yeah.
I loved your fire dancer. I love the magician, everything else, but the clown,
I'm
I
not
had
a
a bad
clown.
experience when I was a kid, and I don't like it.
Okay.
So
Marty, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
I just received my Akimbo card. I noticed the numbers, but I'm not finding where you have to put it in the box office.
Your Akimbo card?
Yes.
Okay, you go into here and Dion Spirit. No, I travel with the backpack. I got a really good backpack and I travel very light and I roll it and stuff, so I don't pay for my baggage fees. But yeah, people, you know, sometimes it's worth it, but real quick, so you got your Kimbo card, so you're gonna go to, I think, my account. Let me see, I think it's under my account. Yeah, right here. At the top, you're gonna enter the first 6, 7 digits before the slash. And you're gonna put it here. Okay,
Thank you,
so it's
thank you,
under
Marty.
account, and then your identifier number, and the identifier number is on that piece of paper that you got. So remember over here, quick start documents, right here. It's where you pull the card off. There's a picture of it right here. That's why it's very important to pull this right here. This number here is what you're going to enter.
Okay, thank you so much, Marty.
You're welcome. All right, where to pull the slides? Okay, should be, hold on, where are they? Under my
Not
account.
listed.
Does anybody know where the slides
When
are?
you go back to your view all on your completed courses, I think you call up that one you saw. So you go back into the actual course.
Let's go into Washington.
Right.
Kick me out. I gotta sign back in.
Go to your main page, hit the home page,
Right.
and then right underneath the name, click on Ashley's name. And hers, she doesn't have any itineraries. They should have itineraries or notes saved underneath.
Right,
Right.
but you saw I saved them
Yeah.
because I kept pointing it out and
It should be under your name, under profile,
Right
and then
there.
it says my itinerary and notes.
And Washington should come up.
Yeah,
yeah, because I know I saved them because I showed you at the end also. Look, make sure this is
Why is that
clicked.
coming up for me?
There's your DC right there on your screen. Washington, DC, isn't that it?
Yeah, that's my certificate.
Oh,
and mine only has 2 of them saved, even though I saved my other ones too. So I'm not sure why they're not saving them correctly.
Yeah, like I
Mhm.
said, it's kind of glitchy, so
Mhm.
you just need to
Mhm.
probably just go back. You can just go back in and try to do it again. I don't know.
yeah, because it'll take you right back and it'll show you did it because it
Yeah.
doesn't allow you to do it again under your name. So they should be there.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, with the Spirit, yeah, we got a backpack that we pack everything light. You know, like a couple times, like Rick and I, when we went, we did our cruise to Hawaii for 2 weeks, right? Again, with Princess, they did laundry, so we could pack light. A lot of times we'll stay at a timeshare or something where we get, you know, the washer and dryer. But sometimes, like when we went to Cancun, we just wash it in the jacuzzi tub, you know, and hang it out. So, but yeah, I just, I would like to spend my money on my trips and stuff versus paying an airline or, you know, stuff like that. So, yeah, Princess has several, yeah, seminars at sea, guys. So again, if you go into Princess, you're welcome. Thanks, guys. So again, I think it's here under training, seminars at sea. So you can go in and travel on the cruise ship and do trainings, okay? So look here, these are all the ones that are available to you as agents inside or a balcony, okay? And then you have the taxes and fees. So again, you guys can register for these, do a training on the cruise ship. And again, it's tax deductible because you're doing trainings, right? You're there for your business. So this one's pretty reasonable. This is in September, $240 plus the $160. So at $400. Pacific Coastal, 7 days. Not too shabby, right?
No.
I think we should sign up for that one.
We're in
Well, I'll sign
Thailand.
up with you.
Yeah, I was going to, but we'll be in Thailand. But here
we'd have-
that's 420.
So then you just get to that port is what you have to do. So that's where it's leaving.
Right, right.
Oh, oh,
So
that
you can pull it
Canada
up,
one.
and then it'll pull up the ship
Oh.
name, sailing date. So here's the ports. Okay, so YBR and San Francisco. So this is starting out 2 different ones. This one's New York, LAX.
Oh, but you could just fly from either LAX or, oh my gosh, look at that one flying out of like San Francisco.
Uh-huh,
Oh my gosh, that's not bad.
right. So again, that's what I'm saying, guys. You know, we've got an amazing opportunity here. So this is under OneSource. So again, OneSource has Princess, Holland America, Seabourn, Cunard. We've done all these trainings already. And then you just go to training and then seminar at sea. What's the Love Fest? Join us at a Travel Advisors Love Fest near you. Destination overview, offerings 2024, discover the ships we love. So let's see when this is. All right, Love Fest. Join us for lunch, okay? You'll love us. Sign up, browse shipboard events. No RSVP, next generation. All right, let's see which events are going up. Okay, so again, right here. Are you in Los Angeles? Are you in New York? Open. Port Canaveral, Galveston, San Francisco. So again, maybe lunches or tours of the ships, etc. You're welcome. So again, I'll see you for Princess tomorrow, or I'll see you for Hawaii on Saturday. So yeah, register for all these cruise lines and stuff, because you never know what specials they're having. Again, MSC was giving away free cruises. So the Love Fest, is that like just a luncheon and tour of the cruise, or do they actually take you places?
Yeah, it's like a lunch and learn thing.
Lunch and learn, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they do a cruise, they do a ship tour, and they do something in the Princess Theater, like they do like a presentation. So it's like a luncheon, it's like a lunch and learn and a ship tour in one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So again,
And where
guys,
is it?
huh?
What was
did
the
you-
question?
I'll have to look. I said, I'll have to look because I have to see if it's in my.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
right
yeah,
here.
yeah.
This is where they're at right now that's listed. So again, Galveston, San Francisco, Seattle. Looks like we just missed Los Angeles. And again, it's listed under right here under training, and then live trainings, ship inspections. So again, right here. Registration forms. Okay, so right now doesn't look like.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I'll have
happy
to find
Mother's
out
Day,
when
guys.
Seattle is.
Yep. So
Yeah, I'll have to find out when Seattle is, because I was just now invited to Switzerland luncheon in Seattle on May 23rd to meet 15 different Swiss vendors.
nice.
Private invitation. I was like, oh my gosh, I
Well,
gotta go.
Here you can do this Love Fest in Seattle in June.
In June, darn
Yeah.
it. So too bad it's not the same day.
Okay,
Oh, I'm gonna have to make this happen. Okay, cool.
That's exactly. It's
Thank
like,
you
oh,
for that
what do we
information.
do now? Which one do we choose? You know, do we go here or do we go there? So it's, and again, it's like,
Right?
why are you traveling all the time? And I'm like, well, it's business. It's like, where else are you gonna, go to Hawaii for $200, right? or go to Mexico, you know, and again, Mediterranean, London for $190. Yeah, I know you have to do the air
Yeah.
stuff, but a lot of times, like when we did Hawaii, I mean, we didn't really have the money to go, but what we did, we didn't sign up for any excursions. You know, we just got off the ship, walked down to the beach, sat, and we actually went to Walmart first, got a bottle of vodka and like cranberry juice and chips and sandwiches, and we just sat and had our own little picnic on the beach. And you know, with Carnival, you're able to bring, you know, Carnival, I don't know Princess it, but you know, 2 bottles of wine, 1 per person or whatever. So we never usually buy the drink packages either, you know, so you know, we go on a budget, but I figured, you know, take advantage again while you're there, then you're sharing and letting people see this amazing ship. And guess what? I want to go on that. Marnie, can you help me? So the ship inspections, let me go back to that. Okay. Yeah, happy Mother's Day, you guys. And again, you know, thank you for attending. You know, we do
Thank you.
things
You
like
too.
that to help you guys. So, you know, again, it's all about sharing ideas and letting people know. Don't forget, you know, we have the perks evolution page that shows a lot of perks for us also. So you want to see the ship inspections? Okay. The ship inspections here, it looks like there's none listed there, but they do have the Love Fest, which was shown here.
That's great, Marnie. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So it's under live training.
Yeah,
Okay.
live tray, and then
That's
it's
what
right
I was
here.
wondering too.
So
I
those
need
are
to
the
add
dates.
this, Marnie. Thank you. I never actually saw that. And so I was supposed to go to the Expedia tap here on Saturday.
Uh-huh.
However, you know, I told you last month I was booking my free cruise with my cousin, and then she passed away, right?
Right.
And so
Sorry.
I know. So then this last Friday night, my ex-partner from my capital crime business called me frantic because her stepson committed suicide.
Oh
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
God, I know. So I got her, she came and spent the night with me. I got her a flight and got her to Iowa where this happened. And then her mother and her came down, but her mother is flying home on Saturday and I need to pick her up from the airport now with
Oh,
her
wow.
cousin. So now I have to miss Expedia tap.
Oh no.
Well,
So
you know, things happen and I'm sure they'll understand. I mean, you can't control that.
no,
Yeah,
and so
there'll be
I'm going.
more. They'll just keep watching. There'll be more. So
I know. So, but you're giving me this stuff, and I'm going to go get her mother and her cousin from the airport. She's going to stay in Iowa to continue on, because that's where her husband is right now, dealing with all of this trauma. And
so
I know.
sorry.
Oh, I know. I feel like I'm Dr. Death right now with what's going on. I mean,
Yeah.
my ex-partner and, you know, my cousin. And so I'm not going to make Expedia Taps luncheon in Mesa this weekend, but I'll go take care of her mother and her cousin and get them home from the airport because I have her vehicle in my driveway. And then
Yeah.
she's going to be driving home, flying into Dallas and then driving the other vehicle home. And I think that's where my heart and where I should be right now.
Yes.
Right.
So, but I really appreciate this stuff. And then I am flying into Wisconsin in June and taking my 89-year-old kind of whacked out aunt on the honor flight to the memorials in Washington to see some of these, and I hope I don't lose her.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
I think I'm going to put a leash on her and attach her to me. She went to the ballpark the other day and sat at a ball game and didn't know a person. And I said, "You went?" And she goes, "I couldn't find the right park." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh."
Oh. Oh my gosh. Here's
So
something else really quick I wanted to share with you guys. Virgin Voyages also announced at the cruise convention that that they do a matching status match. So again, if you've completed your
Oh, yeah.
Elite or with Princess, they will make you the top of Virgin Voyages also. So,
Oh, and I follow Richard Branson. He's one of my fave. I
Yeah.
follow all of his stuff.
yeah, so make sure you do that. I did that with MSC also. So you get,
Oh.
you know, they're top of the line, even though I've only sailed with them once. So make sure you get in here and do the match. You'll share the information from your Princess or your Carnival. It will show you what they accept. So
Okay.
so yeah, so definitely let me find it here, but
That's awesome.
yeah.
And I'm driving to the, I missed the birthday party because I almost lost my brother at the birthday party. He got deathly ill, but I'm definitely coming to the conference in July. And I'm
Okay.
driving up there, and I have a
Like, you
room
better be at convention.
Yeah.
After all that, you need a vacation.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So, I definitely, so besides my flight to Wisconsin and, taking my aunt on the honor flight,
Oh.
she's 89 years old. She deserves this. So
Yeah.
she's a veteran. So,
Aw,
I'm definitely
thank
coming
you.
up to convention and to see you again, Marnie.
Okay, yep, I'll be there.
I hope so, Michelle. I think we met
And you,
last year.
Linda. Well, I wasn't even a part of this last year, so,
Yeah.
but
So
Yeah.
I love your trainings, Marnie. I
Oh,
love
thank
them.
you. Yeah, I'm
And how-
thinking also I may, if I take this position or whatever, I may cut it down to 2 days a week instead of 3. So I don't know if you guys have a preference which 2 days. But throwing it
Thursdays,
out.
Fridays would work good for me.
Thursdays,
Um,
Fridays. Okay.
Yeah, especially
Whatever
with
you do.
summer.
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe we'll stick with that, and then that way I have the Saturday, Sundays off to. But we'll see. I'll figure that out. We're working on the schedule for next month, so already. So, what's your status?
And Marnie, your team building,
Yeah.
do you have, I would love to talk to you about your team building at some point.
Good. I like some ideas on your side too, because I haven't had any. I've had a lot of people ask, but again, it's like trying to get them to join. It's like, oh my gosh, like pulling teeth. But I have a couple people.
Exactly. It is. It is.
But again,
just
I mean,
And
look
I'm
at
in,
what we have
I'm
to
in an
offer.
area that I don't have any competition. My closest is like 3 hours away from me.
Right.
But I mean, the opportunities we have and what we
Yep.
have to author, it's just incredible. It's like, who wouldn't want to do this?
Exactly.
Yeah. People don't want to commit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's sad.
that's the problem I'm having too. So I'm trying to just work on my bookings, and trying to get people to commit on that is crazy right now, because everybody's like, oh, the economy did this, that. I just talked to my best friend yesterday, and her husband has been working for a trucking company, and he's like the VP or whatever. Well, his boss went and took like $700,000 out of the company
Oh,
and went on
no.
like 29 vacations, and took 2 to 3, 4, 5 people with him every time in the last 2 years. So if they don't come up with 700,000 in 3 weeks, he's going to be out of a job.
Oh.
Something that was like over 70,000 a year. So then they'll be down to one income, which luckily they save, they have her money and then their money type thing, so they have money saved up, but only enough for a year. If you don't find a job that is equal or more than what he was doing, they're going to be behind. So, I mean, I feel for her right now.
Right.
And then where we live, they just had a big levy passed in the school board and 50 teachers and paraeducators were brought in within the same week and were fired.
Well, that
So
would
there's
be a
something
great
big
place for
going
you
on.
to go advertise because those people need jobs.
I know, I'm just like, holy cow. So I've talked to a couple of them and gave them my card and stuff, and they're supposed to be giving me a call, but they haven't so far. And I hate to be a bother, so
I know, but I mean, those people could be making money. I mean,
I know. I told them, I was like, hey, not only can you make money, but you get
the
great
perks,
perks for being the travel agent. And
right?
I tried explaining some of the deals, and the one gal's like, yeah, but I'm going to be out of work. And I'm just like, okay, I'm not going to press it. And I'm at the point where people call me, they want to go here, they want to go there, they get the advice, I send them the itinerary, and then they're like, oh, I'm going to go book this. What? Okay.
I guess people just need to really get past the idea that, you are saving them money. I mean, if they're doing it on their own. And I don't know why people can understand that $89 or $90 a month. They do that when they go to a job every day.
Yeah.
I mean, they spend more than that.
Yeah. Well, I asked my friend, I said, how much do you spend to get your nails done? How much do you spend to go to the gym every month? She started telling me about everything. And I said, add it all up. Is it less than $90 a month? I bet it isn't. And she just turned around and walked away from me. It's like, I'm sorry, I don't know how to explain it any better.
Right.
You buy your Starbucks, you buy your nails, get your nails done all the time, you get your eyebrows waxed, your lips are, plump. How much did you spend on all that? Wouldn't it be better to have something you can invest in yourself and your family for a lifetime?
I mean, you take $5 or $10, I mean, just throw it away in a
Yeah,
jar.
I mean, it just, I can't fathom how much people don't get it.
Running over to Circle K and buying,
So
a
I'm really
candy
just
bar and junk.
struggling. I've got these people that want to book, but they're not committing. They keep asking me different questions. Okay, fine. I go somewhere else. I'm like, you know what? I'm at the point. I told my boyfriend, I'm at the point where I'm just going to charge a flat fee. And if they book with me, I'll add it to their, take it off their booking. But I am not giving any information for free. I'm getting tired of it.
Yeah.
I know.
I guess it just got to be a hard bet.
I know it's tough. It's tough out there. And again, they use and abuse you. So you just have to stand your ground.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that do that, either a $25 or a $35 fee, and then some take it off if they book. But and you put it right up front. I know a lot of people, I haven't, but I've tried. I've done Craig's, do a gig. I've done the team building. I'll get one person and then I'll sign up two. I'll even get to like, oh, I might get three, and then one will drop off. And
yeah, I had that happen too.
Yeah, so I just don't even
I've
know
got
where to go.
one person that stays with me faithfully, and that's because she has another business, so it's basically just another tax write-off.
Mhm.
And then the perks on top of it. She combines the two and she gets awesome rewards. So I
Yeah.
get 10% off of her, but I can't get anybody else to stick with it.
I know. That's why when I see people who have, thousands of people under them, I can't keep one. I mean, I'm like,
Yeah.
I just
I'm
don't know where to
I'm
go.
hoping going to convention this year and listening to Daniel is
Right.
really going to open my eyes to everything that's going on, and is going to uplift me and make it so that I can come back and just be like, you know what? This is the way it's going
Gangbusters.
to be. if you are family, this is the way it's gonna be from
Right.
now on. And that's gonna get those ones like Marnie said, those looky-loos or whatever she called them, to stop asking for research from us if they're not serious.
Correct.
Because they're gonna be like, oh, I don't want to pay that $50 fee, which is what I'm seriously thinking about doing.
Yeah.
I charge a fee for all my bookings because what happened, a lot of clients find me on Google and they call me and they want to have free information, and I let them know upfront we do charge a servicing fee. Until yesterday, somebody wanted to go to Cambridge, England, and she called me
Yeah.
and she was like, I said, okay, I'll send you, what's your email? I'll send you my documentation. I can go through it with you over the phone. And I do charge a servicing fee. We do charge a servicing fee for,
Mhm.
and she was like, for booking a hotel, only you charge a servicing fee. I said, yes, ma'am. She didn't call me back. She didn't respond to my documentation, and that's fine. I rather weed out clients that are like that, because at the end of the day, it saved me time. I can be doing something else. I can be working on another client. I can be doing a training. I can do something else with my family. So you just give
Exactly.
free, and then they go to Google and they just research the same information and use it and book it themselves. From the time they hear fees, they're already, oh, why do I need to pay extra? And this is the bad thing about us as travel agents, because some people charge a fee and some people don't. And if we
Right.
stay together and say, hey, we do charge the servicing fee, then there is nowhere for them to go to. There's no one else for them to go to but choose us. But I rather charge the servicing fee and without the bad person or bad clients than to say, no, I don't charge the service fee. And then when I give you all this code and information, I'm left hanging. You ghost me. No, I'm not doing that.
Right.
Yeah. No, I understand that. No, it's just frustrating because you give and you give and you give, and maybe you get one person out of 10 or whatever that say yes to doing it, and then the rest just say, you know what, I don't have time for you. Thanks for your information. I'm going to use it and I'm going to book it myself. Okay, fine. What they don't realize is Expedia, Tap, and Booking.com and all those other ones out there, they have fees too that they charge.
They do. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, most people don't see that hidden fee. So
Right.
that's what they don't understand is I don't charge a fee. I get paid by the vendors to book for them. I don't get paid by my client.
Right.
Only if we can find a way how to stick that fee in there without them knowing, like all these other suppliers, how they charge them fee. That would be a good thing. So then now it's already in there. You don't even need to tell them about it. You just tell them about the price and that's it. Just gotta figure out a way how to get the fee sticking in. But then I want to be upfront with you and tell, hey, we do charge this servicing fee. Not because when you see a charge on your card, you wonder, how do I get this charge on my card? And you didn't tell me about it. So there is no way around it. So the thing is to tell the truth. If they book with you, they book with you. They don't want to book with you, fine, go ahead. No problem. That's one less stress off of your head. At least you know that, okay, fine, I didn't get paid to do that job. I don't need to worry about it anymore. I don't need to worry about the client. Fine, you're going to lose some people.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. I had my client, she going to St. Martin. She was like, I don't want to stress of doing the booking. I don't know where to start. I'm going to pay you the servicing fee. I like to work with people like that.